Today we'll be talking about the comparison test for infinite series. These are two tests that we can use to determine whether a series is convergent or divergent. The first test we'll talk about is the direct comparison test, or sometimes just known as the comparison test. For the direct comparison test for series, we start with two series, A of n and B of n, and they are both series with positive terms. There are really two statements here for the comparison test. First one says if the series A of n is less than or equal to B of n for each term n, and we know that the series from n equals 1 to infinity of B of n is convergent, then we know that A of n is also convergent. The second statement tells us if our series A of n is greater than or equal to B of n for all terms n, and we know that n equals 1 to infinity of B of n is divergent, then the series A of n is also divergent. The way I like to think about these two statements, the first one says, if we know a series B of n is convergent, so it's finite, and we know A of n is smaller than this thing that's finite, then A of n must also be finite. And the second statement says if we know that B of n is infinite, and we know that we have A of n is bigger than something that's infinite, then the A of n must also be infinite. I should note that when doing the direct comparison test, we know what the series B of n goes to, and we are trying to say something about what the series A of n does.